WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore.
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. And we are live on location, pal.
Yes, we are.
Lucas DeSangro.
If I can just get my microphone to stop tilting downwards. Now it was against my chin. This is...
Oh, you're having microphone malfunctions here, apparently.
Apparently so.
Oh, goodness. So alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro, I'm Fearon Derry. We are here live on location.
You can't take me anywhere.
No, I can't even take you to the studio, but that's a whole nother story. We are here live at the 16th Annual Children's Expo hosted by Senator Tomlinson. We've been here on a few occasions in the past. I know this is, I believe, my 6th or 7th year, sports preemptions permitting, and it's been an absolute blast every time that we're here, and today is no exception. Now, the music that you hear in the background, that is a little bit of activity going on courtesy of Yo-Yo Play Day. It's fitness and exercise activities, and at the moment it looks like a bunch of kids chasing after some bubbles that are being blown here, and just keeping active, and that's certainly a great thing. Some of the other stuff that's going on a little bit later today, it runs until 2 o'clock. At about 1:30 outside will be the SEPTA Canine Unit.
Ooh.
Just wrapping up not too long ago, which I think Twitch's heart is still twitching at, the Franklin Institute's Traveling Science Show of Hot and Cold, and showing some of the science that was there.
The loud noises out of nowhere. Yeah. Always had a bit of a problem with that.
Couple of explosions, I guess, scientific ones.
I'm thankful we weren't on the air when that was happening, because I might have, on reflex, had to enforce the dump button.
Oh, goodness, please. This is a kid.
I know.
On
and that's why we weren't. It's, you know, I would have gotten scared, okay? Look, I'm not proud of it.
Would have scared the other type of Tourette's into you. No?
I don't want to go too much into it.
You don't want to go there? Okay. Also, earlier we had Trenton Thunder's Boomer was walking around. I believe here in the hour we've got Sesame Street's Elmo's going to be walking around here. I know you're excited for that.
No, I'm disappointed I missed Boomer.
Oh.
I was never really a Sesame Street guy.
No?
To be honest, no.
Interesting.
I mean, I like certain characters. I just never really got into it as much as the other kids.
Well, we'll save that discussion for another time here. Also outside, we've got refreshments here, courtesy of the folks here at Council Rock South High School. Certainly grab a water here.
I'll
going to
take
need
a water
it
as well.
on the air. And oh goodness,
it's tempting to take those chips, but I can't.
I, on the other hand, will make hers mine. Absolutely.
I see what you did
Shameless.
there.
Yeah,
very
exactly.
Nice. Very nice.
But there's so much. It's both fun and educational. That's what this day is about, and it's been that way for quite a while here. I mean, some of the exhibitors. I know one person, Linda, made her way over here from the folks at Visit Bucks County, which you can catch them over in Bensalem. They gave all these little pamphlets, kind of highlighting some of the interesting factoids and also some pretty cool things about Bucks County. And something near and dear to my heart is a guide to, basically a food and drink guide to some of the best things in Bucks County. She knew the way to a man's heart was through his stomach, and she went right there. And interestingly enough, as I flip over to page 30 or 39 of this booklet here, right on the top, what does that say there?
Ooh, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Broken
Yes,
Goblet.
Exactly.
I was gonna ask, is Broken Goblet in there? It better be.
Yeah, it's part of the ale trail that they have on there. So they mentioned a few different, and they go in
I don't
alphabetical
know.
order.
I don't
so.
know if it's involved in the live read, but I did manage to go to their open mic night Wednesday night. It was very
Oh.
fun, very
Okay.
nice.
Had I known, I would have joined you. You should have.
You know,
went on a whim, didn't
No,
you?
I went at the last minute, yeah, because I was watching that show Billions with my mom on
Oh,
Showtime
okay.
or Stars or whatever. Yeah.
One of them networks.
Yeah. There's a stand-up comedian that I'm acquaintances with that is on the show. A very small role.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Dan Soder. Most of you.
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah.
You've told me about him before.
He frequents Sam Roberts Wrestling podcast a lot, and he also does that awesome Macho Man Randy Savage impression, and
Oh, yeah.
and the Andre the Giant one.
And we're gonna leave it at.
Yes,
that
we
here.
are. I'll post. Don't worry, I'll post it up in the Facebook group. Permission pending, of course.
Yeah, there you go. No, that's fine. Also here we've got the Girl Scouts of Eastern Pennsylvania, and I did see that they brought cookies.
Why is everyone waving?
Why are they tempting you? I know.
Why is everyone just waving it in my face? I need to go to
let's see.
I need to go to the picture. It's just a picture of DDP staring, like given the evil eye. It says DDP sees you eating bad food.
Fair enough. Also here, something you might know a thing or two about, the Lower Bucks Family YMCA in Fairless Hills.
Indeed, as Hunaki would say. I frequent
certainly.
there quite a bit.
Also, the Newtown Ambulance Squad. That's right. Outside, there are a few different attractions. Pennsylvania State Police helicopters out there.
Ooh.
Yeah, they'll be flying that around in a little bit. So talk about loud noises. Well, that's a loud noise you'll definitely want to steer clear from. So that's probably why you're glad we're in here, at least for this duration. Also, the Ivyland Fire Company Station 62, Northampton Township Police Department's out there, the Newtown Ambulance Squad, as well as later the SEPTA Canine Unit. I mean, just so much different fun stuff here at Senator Tomlinson's Children's Expo. It's 16 years that this has been going on. It's amazing how time flies.
Yes, indeed.
Including, well,
This show.
yeah, not only this show, but yeah, let's get into a little bit of wrestling talk here. So, anything big happened over the course of the last 7 days?
I can't imagine.
Yeah, how about that WrestleMania thing? I guess.
Oh, did that happen that weekend? Did wrestling happen over that weekend? I couldn't tell by the thousands of wrestling shows going on surrounding that weekend.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them in New Orleans and a few that
In Jersey?
weren't. Yeah, well, that weren't, I was going to say. And we'll just leave that at
I
that.
very much enjoyed NXT TakeOver. I'm not entirely sure if you watch at all. Dave Meltzer, Big Uncle Dave, to aspiring wrestling journalists, gave 2 matches on the card 5 stars in the same show.
Wow.
Yeah, the North American
ladder match, yeah.
ladder match, and then, of course, personal favorite, Gargano versus Ciampa. DIY explodes at NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
And me not here to have the mega powers drop. Oh, well.
I can't not. I don't know. I'm trying to say this right, but like it just that match still has me filled with all the feels. It had so much emotion, and the story was told beautifully. And it
Filled with all the feels.
it was all the feels.
He's not the best co-host on wrestling program in the nation for nothing, folks.
I'm quite articulate, aren't I?
Yeah, you put the tick in articulate.
Ah,
See what I did there, yeah.
I do see what you did there. It sort of makes me sad, but okay. More that I couldn't think of it.
Oh,
So,
I was going to say, I didn't hit a nerve, did I?
no.
That one was not intentional.
I don't care still. I see what you did there. Accidentally, but I still see it. But yeah, on to Mania. Well, actually, also, sorry, before we get into Mania, I just want to shout out to our coach at the Monster Factory and then current Ring of Honor superstar Punishment Martinez, who scored a big win over the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii at Supercard of Honor. Extremely happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yes, on to WrestleMania. Fearon, what did you think?
Well, I enjoyed it.
Yes.
I liked it.
Care to elaborate?
Sure. I will say that I think Ronda Rousey impressed pretty much everyone.
Yeah, that match exceeded everyone's expectations, and
if the strongest critique is that she adjusted her trunks too much, you know she did pretty doggone
oh
good.
my gosh, you know Trish Stratus was having a conniption in the back. You know she was. But then Bob is going, "That's my girl."
You're unbelievable.
Yep.
So hey, how about the surprise of Naomi winning the Women's Battle Royal?
It screwed up my predictions. That's how about that.
It screwed up your predictions.
I thought, because I had Sasha, Bailey, or Becky winning, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I had Sasha and Becky, but you put Sasha and Bailey for some reason, so I'm like, I'll take it. But as soon as Bailey eliminates Sasha, I'm thinking yes, but then the bell didn't ring. I'm like, oh no. And then you just see Naomi standing there going, just that look of
moment,
aggression.
yep.
And then she's like, I'm about to screw up your predictions, Lucas.
Yeah,
At
but
least-
even still, you went 7-6 on the pay-per-view. I didn't do nearly as well. I went 4-9, so I had an off night.
Yeah.
That's what I get for. I don't know. I think I had maybe one too many brews of the broken goblet before making my predictions. I don't know.
What I will say this much though, obviously Rousey and Angle exceeded expectations with that match. I loved her ring gear, paying homage to Roddy Piper, and like the fact that she was smiling on the way to the ring and like because she was genuinely happy to be there. But I will. The women's championship match, the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Charlotte versus Asuka was hands down match of the night. There's no way that it was just Nakamura versus Styles was amazing. They kicked it into third gear. It just didn't seem like it made it to WrestleMania gear though. I feel like if that match closed the show, it would have been able to get there. But we all know how that ended.
Yeah, Lesnar and Roman Reigns, and Lesnar, he certainly made a bit of news over the course of the week.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Well-
Yeah, speaking of which, speaking of UFC and all that other stuff.
Okay.
No, I was going to say, because Rousey, how about Dana White was in the crowd?
Yeah, that was a little surprising,
It
and
was.
perhaps that might have been a sign of things to come, as a lot of people thought that Lesnar might be UFC bound, his contract coming up close to expiring, and even more so because, well, according to Pro Wrestling Sheet, there was an incident involving Brock Lesnar and one Vincent Kennedy McMahon following the WrestleMania 34 main event.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, Lesnar appeared to be upset after the match. Details weren't exactly disclosed, but he at one point threw the Universal Championship title belt. That is not somebody you want to make angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
You know who else you don't want to make angry?
Me?
I was going to say Vincent McMahon, but sure.
Yeah. Well, that's who you don't want to make it. Oh,
Nobody wants. Let's put it this way: he doesn't sign my checks.
fair enough.
If the guy signs your checks, you don't want to make him angry. Maybe I don't want to make Brock angry, but if I was Brock, which I'm not in any way, shape, or form, I would not want to make my boss angry. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't appear to have been that big of a deal considering what happened the next day, and that WWE announcing Monday that Brock Lesnar re-signed with WWE.
Ooh.
And on top of that, his next appearance is scheduled for the Greatest Royal Rumble event. He'll be competing against Roman Reigns in a WrestleMania rematch, this time in a steel cage in a Universal Championship match, and that's going to be at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium.
That match is going to they're going to air some of that on the network, right? That show, I believe.
That is scheduled to air live on the network.
All right, I
Yes.
was going to say I'm almost positive they're going to drop the title to I'm almost positive that's where he drops the title, because it's very smart, because overseas, Middle East, India, Roman Reigns is loved. He really is.
Huh.
He gets huge reactions there, and it'd be a great place for him to win the title because you won't have him booed out of the building.
Yeah, there is that.
So it's a smart move.
So that's going to be Friday, April 27th. It'll be 7 p.m. local time in Saudi Arabia, which will be noon Eastern here. And so you'll be. So I take it you'll be booking off of school and work to watch that one.
Depends on what day it is.
It's a Friday.
I won't have school, but don't know about work yet.
Fair enough. All right, and speak of Ronda Rousey, she this is another interesting thing here. She's been added to a few European tour dates for WWE. Specifically, the WWE live events on May 16th in Geneva, Switzerland, May 17th in Vienna, Austria, May 18th in Turin, Italy, and May 19th in Paris, France. A little international route, and
Yeah.
that's not too bad, as that'll give her a little bit of experience at the same time, kind of add another marquee name for that international crowd, or those international crowds, I should say.
Yeah.
All right, well, I did mention earlier time flying.
It's interesting.
We're already at our first time out here, so we're going to take things back to the studio. Ted Efaw, the Renaissance man, doing a bunch of different things, including keeping us on the air here. He's coming up after the show here with an abbreviated country road show. Man, all those baseball games that are put on a Saturday. I've got to talk to the program director about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to throw things back to Ted here. And meanwhile, there's still time to come on out, as this is going on until 2 today. Senator Tommy Tomlinson's Children's Expo. We're here live from noon to 1. The expo goes on until 2 o'clock. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
A powerful threat calls for a greater response.
Not tomorrow.
Not in a few years.
But right now.
Some battles must be faced together. Cancer fighters stand up to cancer every day, and you can be part of this battle too.
Visit standuptocancer.org/American Airlines to learn more.
Together, we can save lives.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.
Listen and watch live from the WBCB studios every Wednesday morning at 8:15 a.m. during Foxwell in the Morning to the Four Paws Doggy Daycare Adoptable Pet of the Week. Four Paws Doggy Daycare is located at 890 West Bridge Street at Snipes Farm in Morrisville, offering daycare, boarding, salon and spa, and training. See the pets available for adoption from area shelters video stream live at WBCB1490.com every Wednesday at 8:15 a.m. You could find your forever pet. Your health is your most precious asset. Tune in to St. Mary Healthline Wednesday at 9 a.m. for advice on how to better manage your health. You will hear about important medical issues from the doctors and professionals across all service lines from St. Mary Medical Center. You will have the opportunity to talk or email your questions to the experts who can help you live a healthier lifestyle. St. Mary Healthline Wednesdays at 9 a.m. It's your health. Expect more.
He's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have to...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Lucas DeSangro. We are live on location at Senator Tommy Tomlinson's Children's Expo here at Council Rock High School South, 2002 Rockway in Holland, PA. Come on out. The expo's going on now until 2 o'clock. A lot of fun things to bring the kids here for.
Indeed. I'm using that word a lot today. I don't know why.
Guess you're in a Funaki kind of mood. I don't know.
Indeed.
I just set myself up for that one, didn't I?
I almost didn't do it. I gave in and did it. and I'm sorry.
That's going to be droppable later.
I was going to say, yeah, Ted, note the time, please.
No.
Thank you. If he wasn't going to say it, I would.
Yeah, there that is. So, in more good WrestleMania news, WWE announcing Monday that they broke the record for the Mercedes-Benz Superdome's highest-grossing entertainment event.
Ooh.
The pop culture extravaganza grossed $14.1 million, surpassing the venue's previous record of $10.9 million set by WrestleMania 30 in 2014, as a sold-out crowd of 78,133 from all 50 states and 67 countries converged on the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Damn.
Yeah, 78,133.
Sooner or later, you're not going to be able to find a big enough arena. You're going to have to build one.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if that money went into a stadium as opposed to the Alpha Entertainment's return of the XFL, then maybe that might be the case, but who knows?
I don't know.
Well, something else interesting here is, kind of switching over to some Impact news. Impact announcing last Saturday they have terminated their agreement with Alberto El Patron.
Shocking.
The statement read, quote, Impact Wrestling announced today that it's terminated its agreement with Alberto El Patron effective immediately. He had no-showed last Friday's Impact Wrestling versus Lucha Underground event. He was scheduled to be in the tag team main event of that show, and even more troubling is that the company has booked him to challenge Austin Aries for the Impact World Championship at their Redemption pay-per-view.
And let me guess, Fearon, they have the episodes all taped, and there's nothing they can really do.
Yeah, they already have all their television tape leading up to the April 22nd
Of
event.
course. Hey, maybe not effective immediately. Maybe have him lose to Aries and then give him the boot. Because then it sort of makes you
It hinders the plans a little bit.
Yeah, it sort of does. Because then, let's say somebody doesn't know that Del Rio El Patron, got released, and they're watching this and they're excited for the match and blah, blah, blah. Perhaps they don't know the news, and they're watching all the Impact tapings. They're getting ready for the pay-per-view. And then, why isn't Alberto El Patron in the main event?
Which is exactly what they were asking a week ago yesterday. Took you a second, didn't it?
No, it just took me a second to come up with a clean response to that. That was bleeping amazing.
Fair enough.
That was fantastic. That was points.
Well, funny story. El Patron, he'll be able to let you know why in his own words. In fact, he did just that in an interview with Steve Muehlhausen of Sporting News. He said, quote, I had a family situation that I needed to attend to. As you know, my family, my kids are my priority. The situation was involving them, and that's why I decided to take care of business and take care of my family situation, and that's all that happened. And that comes to what I was just saying to you. I know people wanted to know absolutely everything. This only concerns my family, my parents, my sister, myself, and my kids, and that's the way it's going to stay, end quote. He was asked how he is doing after everything that happened that weekend.
You notice how he didn't say either of his ex-wives?
Unbelievable.
Sorry, I'm just... I desperately want to like Del Rio, but he just keeps getting himself in hot water.
Got the kids checking out the table here. We've got a few of the replica old school Federation titles on display, the replica Slammy Award, as we're live here at Senator Tommy Tomlinson's Children's Expo here on 1490 WBCB. I was going to say, a look of intrigue here from someone kind of standing here at the table. I was going to say, I'd ask you to get on microphone, but I know I'd scare you off if I did so. No, you're not.
No, you're not supposed to. It's just an offer.
Oh, you do like scholastic wrestling?
I mean, I do wrestling.
Well, see, this is why we wanted to get a microphone on you. So that way you're not just talking to us, that the people who are listening in live on the radio can also hear you. So here, hop on over here on the, or you want a headset or? Sure, okay, we'll give him the headset here. No. Yeah, you had to take off your hat. I apologize. There we go. Toss the headset on here. First of all, let everybody know here, what's your name?
Ari.
Ari.
Yeah.
Ari, there we go. Get the microphone in front of you there.
Ari, yeah.
Oh,
my bad.
That's all right. When he puts it in front of him, all of a sudden the voice projects. When it's underneath his chin, it doesn't quite work as well.
I could learn a thing or two from him.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah, stole that insult right out of you.
I wasn't going to go there, but since you just served that up for me like a volleyball spike.
Well, yeah, I served it to myself and then spiked it so you couldn't.
Fair enough. Anyway, Ari, you were saying it's your parent encouraged you to come on over here. Oh, good.
All right. She wanted me to come over here because she said, Ari, look at how I'm doing a live broadcasting for wrestling. I was like, all right, that's pretty good. And so she said, she's also said, because, you do wrestling, where I'm like, yeah, then go over there. I was like, all right, then might as well go over there.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the wrestling that you do involves more of the headgear and takedowns and points and things of that nature, as opposed to this. I'm pretty sure you haven't done any drop kicks off the top rope.
Oh no.
And yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe somewhere down the road. Now, how old are you here?
I'm 13.
13. Okay, so there's still. I was gonna say. Well, we'll talk to him a little bit later about that camp that's coming up.
Yeah, I might look. I have people saying I look like a 19-year-old boy.
He does.
Because I'm a really tall for my age. I'm taller than my parents too.
Huh.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
I guess it reminds me of another. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Anthony Bennett without the high top fade.
I was gonna say that's all you're differentiating from him and Bennett. His distinguishable voice and his affinity for Disney movies.
I wasn't going. I didn't get that far necessarily. Why? What do you? You're in a weird mood today. I don't know.
I'm only running on an hour and a half of sleep.
So you know my pain every week.
Yes.
You know my pain.
I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. There. It's my side of the drop.
That's your side of the drop now?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Pardon my co-host here. Yeah, have a little more water to wake yourself up here.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd throw more on you, but I don't want to get the equipment wet.
You don't want to get that wet. Ooh,
no, absolutely. Anyway, so yeah, we're talking WrestleMania, which was this past Sunday, and did you get a chance to check that out? Do you watch any pro wrestling at all, or is it just you focus more so on what you're doing in school and whatnot?
Yeah, that's what I do.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
More than understandable. Well, maybe it'll be something to check out, and maybe who knows? Maybe we'll see you on WWE or something along those lines somewhere down the road here.
Maybe.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us here at the Kids Expo, Senator Tomlinson's Kids Expo. Thanks for taking a minute to have a chat and enjoy the stuff here, and thanks for chiming on here.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Like I said, fans young and old appreciating everything here. As
I can sort of relate to him not watching pro wrestling as he is in scholastic wrestling. My parents made me do the same thing, probably for different reasons. They didn't want me trying to give my opponent or teammate a rock bottom or a spear. Not that any of that was legal, but I probably would have tried. And failed miserably, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, that would have just caused you falling on your back and getting pinned immediately because you would have given up your position.
Yeah. It'd be awkward if I walked onto the mat and went, but where do I get the chairs from? There's nothing to go. What do you mean submissions aren't legal?
Well, I think this is a good time as any.
Take our second break.
I was going to say to talk about the Broken Goblet Brewery because I could sure use one after that. After that explanation of yours there.
I thought
maybe
it was
more than you thought it was.
I was going to say funny, but I think that a lot never really works out. So yeah.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah. G.I. Go Joe. G.I. Go Joe. Ah. I suck. I suck.
Oh, goodness.
It's entertaining, but it's still awful.
I'll let that one soak in as well. Meanwhile, unlike Twitch,
just
who
let it
appears to be
marinate in shame.
Unlike Twitch, who appears here to be mentally broken, broken can be beautiful at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA.
Delightful. Sorry.
Yes, try some of the delicious variety of brews currently on tap, including the new chocolate pineapple milk stout.
Ooh.
You're not sure what to make of that.
Because I don't know what that would taste like. Granted, I don't drink.
Well, have you ever had a chocolate-covered pineapple?
No. Wait, have I? I'm not sure. It's been a while. I haven't had pineapple in a while. Whether it was chocolate-covered or not.
Fair enough. Well, I was going to say, if you've had that, and oh man, is it good. So, figuring the lactose that would be part of the chocolate in there as well. Oh, it's just a beautiful thing. I have not tried the stout yet, but I am intrigued to do so. Hopefully sometime later today. Also on tap, the new 2018 version of Bubba's Tea Bag with Bohemian Raspberry flavor. Also the return. Oh, go ahead.
Bohemian Raspberry?
Yes.
Wow. Doesn't really matter to me, but go on.
How did I know that was...
Just please don't hit that high note and scare the bejesus out of me like you did.
That one time.
That was hysterical.
It was fun.
It was. Because I'm on my phone, as I always am, and I just give you that... Obviously, I'm going to have to try and describe this because visuals don't work on radio.
Let's get through the live read. We don't need to get into this.
Okay, fine. Good, because it was probably going to be a train wreck regardless.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I'm trying to...
Thank you for saving me.
It's what I do. Anyway, also on tap, the return of Under Her Spell Saison, as well as the Broken Big Bad Troll Batch, among others. And also, since you made an appearance at it this past Wednesday, how was open mic night with Brian Bortnick?
It was very fun. I mean, I rolled up a little bit later than 7 o'clock. Like I said, I was watching TV, and it was just a split-second thing because I just found out about it that day. But I went. It was a lot of fun. It had a good crowd. Place was popping with customers as usual.
Yeah. And, I guess because it was so on a whim, had you let me know, I might have joined you. But...
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe some other time.
Jay, I got to give a shout-out to Jay because when I brought my guitar with me, I remembered my guitar does not have – it's an acoustic guitar, but it doesn't have like a plug or an adapter for the amplifier. So he let me use his guitar to help me out with that.
Jay, one of the owners, Jay
yes,
Gross. Yeah,
yes.
Of course. Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, Mike, Jay, and Bubba are all fantastic over there. And as you can see, just a few examples of how it's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. And if you check out visitbuckscounty.com, they're noted on there as well, as I've noted from the booklet that was given to me from Linda from the folks over at Visit Bucks County earlier today. Interesting tidbits there.
Yes. I'm very happy it was mentioned.
Yeah, I'd show you more of this, but then DDP is going to stare at you some more, so we don't want that.
He's going to give me the Luigi death stare.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
But he won't break kayfabe.
Nothing like milking a joke dry, huh?
It's what I do best. Because I'm insecure. And I just want laughter.
Well,
note the time, Ted.
Well, there's laughter and good times here at the Senator Tommy Tomlinson's Children's Expo.
Way to tie it back up.
That's also what I do. So we're going to throw things back to Ted Efaw at the studio, who, if he isn't doubled over with laughter already, should be able to get us to commercial here. Or maybe he's just, completely face-palming and can't withdraw his head from his hand, one or the other. Who knows? But we are here live. We're here until 1 o'clock. The expo goes on until 2. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
For more than 125 years, the Philadelphia Protestant Home has been family to seniors living independently or in personal care and skilled nursing. PPH is a premier community for affordable, quality care and vibrant living. Through its Benevolent Care Fund, PPH also provides peace of mind security to eligible residents who no longer can afford their living expenses. PPH offers spacious studio 1- and 2-bedroom apartments with balcony, patio, and garden view options. Call now to schedule a tour, 215-697-8000, or visit us on the web at pphfamily.org. At PPH, we're family.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
Experience the spirit of giving when you enter Flowers by Jenny Lynn. Whether it's for a wedding, a birthday, or just an I'm thinking of you, Flowers by Jenny Lynn has the perfect gift. Feast your eyes on the bright hues of the season in their fresh flower department. They also carry a wide variety of flowers daily from around the world, including tropical flowers, wildflowers, roses, and seasonal floral mixes for every taste. Flowers by Jenny Lynn also carries unique gifts like gourmet jams, candies, and cookies. Serving the area for over 25 years, Flowers by Jenny Lynn is your Fairless Hills florist. Stop by their beautiful shop to see for yourself, located at 100 Trenton Road in Fairless Hills, or check them out online at flowersbygennylynn.com. Give them a call today at 1-800-547-4551. The number again is 1-800-547-4551. Flowers by Jenny Lynn, the art of fresh flowers.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, April 14. On this date in 1997, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In the main event, Lex Luger defeated Kevin Nash by disqualification. On this date in 1998, WWF Monday Night Raw was taped in Uniondale, New York. In the main event, Dude Love defeated Steve Blackman. On this date in 2003, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Richmond, Virginia. In the main event, Booker T and the Hurricane defeated Ric Flair and Triple H in a tag team match. On this date in 2008, WWE Monday Night Raw aired on tape delay from London, England. In the main event, Triple H defeated John Bradshaw Layfield by disqualification. This has been Today in Wrestling History, April 14.
You are listening to Pro Wrestling Weekly with Fearon Dairy.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. And thank you, Eric Bischoff, for that as well. Alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro, I'm Fearon Dairy, and we are here live on location at Senator Tommy Tomlinson's Children's Expo here at Council Rock High School South, 2002 Rockway in Holland, PA. We're here for about another 17 minutes, but the expo's going on until 2 o'clock, and by here I mean we're here live on the air.
Yes.
And man, there's a lot of fun going on here. I'm just looking at some of the things around us here. Pretty much right next to us here, we've got the police set up here, setting up IDs for children.
Over there, Elmo showed up.
Yep, do you see Elmo in the
following
distance
through
here?
with a scheduled appearance from earlier.
Yeah, they're most certainly. Also, I see Independence Blue Cross is here. I mean, we've got parents and kids galore. That's what I love about having the belts and the replica Slammy here, is that you've got the kids who see them and they go ooh shiny, and then you've got the adults who remember seeing these when they were a kid and they go ooh shiny as well.
Ooh shiny, but with context.
Yes, for the most part.
Yeah.
It allows kids to be kids and parents to be kids once again.
Yes.
That's what's great about it.
Very much. That's what I love about wrestling. Brings people together.
It most certainly does. Well, let's get back into some wrestling stuff here, because that's the purpose of what we got going on here. And I was going to say, I was looking for the official, I was going to say, with all the people in the way, I couldn't quite see. Right next to us here is the Bucks County Sheriff's Office that's doing it's doing the children's IDs.
Yes. I concur. I don't exactly know, but I'll agree with you.
Well,
you're better.
Worry. As soon as we sign off the air, we'll bring you over and we'll get you one.
You know I'm not well around strangers. Stop it.
They're strangers with badges. You're fine.
They could be Boy Scouts with artillery.
What Boy Scouts have? You know what? I'm not even. No, that is a subject.
90 minutes of sleep, Ron. Just bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm failing miserably, but I'm trying. And yes, Ted, note the time. Thank you. You're really earning your pay, and I thank you very much.
I'd hope so. He does so much now. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's right. We were talking before about Alberto El Patron before
and his
Ari
reasoning.
That's right. Yes. So he was asked how he was doing after everything that happened last weekend. He said, "I'm fine. Of course, it's difficult because it's never good to go that way. Our relationship wasn't pretty good or completely good, and this was just something that ended up breaking it. I'm fine, I guess. I'm going to do what I was planning on doing, as everyone knows. I'm planning on leaving the pro wrestling business in the next year. I've said it several times over and over, and it's because of some of these things where everybody thinks they can get their nose into your business. Is it right to know absolutely everything about you? It's not. I'm just going to continue to do that and doing my stuff here in Mexico like exactly how I was doing it, and sometime next year say goodbye to the pro wrestling business." So says Alberto El Patron. So there that is.
Yeah, that was something. Ooh.
Not sure where exactly that all was. It was like thinly veiled, but at the same time not. I don't know. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain behind the limo. I don't know.
I had a joke. I can't say it. I can't.
You can't?
I don't want to risk it.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, don't cross the boss. Yeah. Also,
but speaking of the bosses, didn't one boss of WWE announce a certain thing happening across the pond?
Yes, Triple H announcing last Saturday that, well, as he put it, the United Kingdom Championship Tournament. Yes, you can definitely celebrate that segue.
I nailed that segue for once.
That'll be held on Monday, June 18th and Tuesday, June 19th in London, England at the Royal Albert Hall.
Ooh.
Yeah. No confirmation has been provided regarding the naming, as WWE listed a King of the Ring UK tournament in their advertising for new network programming over the WrestleMania weekend.
Do you think we'll finally get that UK title show that they were saying they would do and then never followed through with it?
Who knows?
Probably not.
Of interesting, the Royal Albert Hall is a bigger venue than that tournament from last year, as the Royal Albert Hall holds 5,200, almost 5,300 seats compared to the Empress Ballroom in Blackpool, which had a listed capacity of 3,000. So almost double. Not too bad.
Ooh.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
And also not too bad for WWE in the business sense. Forbes magazine reporting that WWE and Cricket Wireless renewed their partnership in a multi-year deal. They've been involved with WWE since 2015 and have been involved with pay-per-view events like WrestleMania and SummerSlam, and have had WWE superstars appear at in-store activations.
Ooh.
Oh, and before I forget, because coming up here tomorrow, talking about our friends over at George's Cards and Collectibles, where tomorrow, April 15th, it's as part of the weekend-long Neshaminy Mall Sports Cards and Collectibles show. Tomorrow from 12 to 2, former WWE diva Jillian Hall, former WWE star Justin Gabriel, and WWE Hall of Famer Sonny are all set to appear. George's has 3 locations for all of your cards and collectibles needs, including their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing, and their newest location in the Oxford Valley Mall on the 2nd level next to Charlotte Roos. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. Are you all right there, Lucas?
I don't know if I did this joke already last time.
Probably.
You said it. I know you want me. Do ya?
You know what? I don't think you made that joke, and it probably should have stayed that way.
Fair enough.
So
I just need to. I actually did something good, and then Right back to zero. Great.
You struck while the iron was hot, and you let it ride.
And then I burned myself badly, like I always do.
I don't know where to go with that, but I will go with, how about the Greatest Royal Rumble event? Yes. WWE announcing it added to the event coming up, we talked about it earlier, on April 27th, is a casket match involving The Undertaker. And initially it was announced that it was going to be The Undertaker against Rusev.
Bury me softly, brother.
But then it was changed a day later to The Undertaker against Chris Jericho.
Wow. Why? Any?
No explanation was given. They just that's why they say card subject to change, and they made their subjectiveness to change it.
Yeah, they do.
And they did.
And that was that.
Yeah.
And that was the last we ever saw of him.
Also, in some under-the-radar news, this I thought was interesting. Jerry Lawler said on his Dinner with the King podcast that he had suffered a stroke at his home back on March 21st with his fiancée, or while with his fiancée Lauren, and was unable to speak for almost 3 days.
What?
Jerry Lawler had.
No, I know. I heard you. It's disbelief.
Yeah, his face was also sagging on one side, but he then woke up Saturday morning 100% better and able to continue his normal routine of wrestling and making appearances, including at WrestleMania. On the podcast, the King talked about exactly what happened and why the doctors were shocked that he made such a quick recovery. And he had only told a few WWE personnel, including Kevin Dunn, Vince McMahon, and Triple H, and was surprised that he was able to stay a secret for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he couldn't talk for 3 days, so that sort of helped.
There's text and email.
Okay. I wouldn't go broadcasting with it either. Like,
well, even still, he has to be able to say something.
well, I mean, he's got. I mean, yeah.
Also, interestingly enough, in the podcast, Lawler hinted that the office was not too pleased with Mark Henry's plea to get Owen Hart into the WWE Hall of Fame. Controversy, dissension, smellness?
Probably.
Who knows? And also, something else. Since Ed isn't here to give a look at the local scene, at least he isn't here in person, and I know that we don't have the telephonic access here. One thing I do want to let you know about coming up in a couple of weeks, Saturday, May 5th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Sportsplex, 1331 O'Reilly Drive in Feasterville, PA, is the Icons of Wrestling Convention and Fan Fest.
You're not doing it at the 2300 Arena?
No, this is a lot closer for those up here in the Bucks County area. Confirmed guests so far include WWE Hall of Famers Jeff Jarrett, Jake the Snake Roberts, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Tito Santana.
Ooh.
Also scheduled to appear are Sean Waltman, formerly known as X-Pac, and Ray Apollo appearing as Doink Bra. Doink the Clown.
When was he Doink?
Oh, goodness. I'm testing my memory here. I know when Doink was around, but I forget who played Doink when. I want to say
Matt Bourne had the longest tenure, correct?
He had the longest tenure. I think it was more toward the end after Dink and Wink and Pink and all the other accomplices had come along. So somewhere in that 94-95 range, I want to say. And then later that night, Battleground Championship Wrestling. Doors open at 7. The action starts at 8. As you'll see a battle of Hall of Famers when Hacksaw Jim Duggan faces Nikolai Volkov. It was acceptable in the 80s. It was acceptable at the time. Plus, in the main event, Dan Maff takes on Matt Tremont in a 4 Corners of Pain match.
Oh. I can only imagine what they'll be using.
Well, one way to find out. Check it out. All this and more Saturday, May 5th for the Icons of Wrestling Convention and Fan Fest during the day and Battleground Championship Wrestling at night. More info available at thecollectorfest.com and battlegroundcw.com. So some fantastic stuff there and more, I'm sure, to come. One other tidbit here. Bruce Pritchard, Brother Love,
I know,
shared some details regarding the new Something Else to Wrestle With show that is coming to WWE Network.
Oh, very nice.
Sorry, I'm keeping it. I know, hour and a half sleep.
Sometimes I sort of just yawn periodically, too. That happens.
Mm-hmm. Pritchard confirmed in a new video that he and his Something to Wrestle With podcast co-host Conrad Thompson will both be on the WWE Network show. Pritchard said the format will be the same format that viewers get on the podcast, with both men in their home offices, and will be a video version of the podcast. Almost as popular a video podcast as OSW Review. Almost, yeah. Pritchard said the WWE Network show would be roughly 60 to 90 minutes in length, and he added that the show will be starting soon, quote, within the next couple of weeks.
Very
so
nice.
Some interesting tidbits.
It was
there.
nice. Raw 25, when he showed up, he got a really, really big pop. And it's, it's amazing what podcasting can do if you do it right.
Yeah, I mean, plus people remember him as Brother Love, and they.
But I mean, like, it was also, sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there. It was also around, like, the popularity of his podcast is really
shining through.
Yeah, that definitely had a lot to do with it as well.
All right, well, we've only got a couple minutes left, so I believe it is time for
birthdays.
Well, I understand.
As energetic as I can be.
That's as energetic as you're getting at this point, folks. All right.
I'm trying my best, damn it.
Sorry.
Careful now. All right, so we got 6 plus 3 Brucey bonuses. Oof. On this date in 1941, Peter Edward Rose Sr. was born.
Charlie Hustle?
Yeah, the 2004 WWE Hall of Famer and legendary Major League Baseball player and manager who accrued more hits than anyone who played the game and is banned from baseball for gambling on the sport while a pro manager. Better known as Pete Rose, turned 77 today, and who also got tombstoned on a few occasions by Kane.
One time he was in a chicken suit.
Yes, the San Diego Chicken, in fact.
I love wrestling.
On this date in 1964, Brian Keith Adams was born, the former two-time WCW Tag Team Champion and one-time WWF Tag Team Champion. Better known as Crush, died in 2007 at the age of 43, and he made everyone cry, brah.
Doink, brah. You're making kids cry, brah.
Exactly. On this date in 1972, Brian Wall was born, the former WWF, WCW, ECW, and TNA competitor who was also booked on the infamous Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view in 1999. Known both as Julio Fantastico and Julio De Niro, turns 46 today. On this date in 1975, Amy Dumas was born, the four-time WWE Women's Champion and 2014 WWE Hall of Famer, better known as Lita, turns 43 today. And a couple younger and obscure ones. On this date in 1979, Rebecca DiPietro was born, the former model and backstage interviewer for WWE's version of ECW in late 2006 and early 2007. She turns 39 today. And on this date in 1994, Bin Wong was born, the Chinese NXT wrestler who competed in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 33, better known as Tian Bing, turns 24 today.
Is he still with the company?
Yeah, he's still down there in NXT.
Nice.
And then the Brucey bonuses, things outside of the world of wrestling. On this date in 1932, Loretta Webb was born, the country music singer and songwriter with chart-topping hits including Fist City and Coal Miner's Daughter, better known as Loretta Lynn, turns 86 today. I played one of her chart toppers from 76 earlier this morning on WBCB. Figure that one's for Ted as well, with Country Roads coming up. On this date in 1960, Brad H. Gerstenfeld was born. The three-time Emmy Award-winning actor, comedian, and voice actor, best known from the hit CBS series Everybody Loves Raymond, and who provided the voice of Hulk Hogan in the animated series Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling, better known as Brad Garrett, turns 58 today.
Brad, I love him.
And on this date in 1966, Gregory Allen Maddox was born, the 18-time Gold Glove Award-winning Hall of Fame pitcher for the Chicago Cubs and Atlanta Braves, turns 52 today. He was known as the Professor because of how good he was just painting those corners for strikes, and did it so well. Anyway, that's going to just about do it for us here. I want to thank Ted Efaw for keeping things together back in studio, and thank our guest Ari for who was here for a little bit. And we'll be back in studio next week for more fun and hilarity. And let's see, I'm trying to think of what else here. Oh yeah, come here to the Senator Tommy Tomlinson's Kids Expo. It's going on for another hour, even though we're signing off the air here. Play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
Celebrating 60 years of broadcasting excellence, we're 1490 WBCB.